As the party was going on, a maid that was serving drink mistakenly poured drink on Mirabel's expensive gown. Mirabel gave her a dirty slap and asked her to clean the drink with her tongue. Once upon a time in a beautiful city, there lived a girl called Mirabel. Mirabel grew up in a very beautiful mansion. She was the cherished only daughter of the influential chief Odogu, a man of wealth and substance. She is the beloved of her parents and admired by two protective older brothers, James and Williams. From a young age, Mirabel was showered with attention, gifted with luxuries, and shielded from the harsher reality of life. She was not taught hardship, and she never knew what hardship was. Her childhood was filled with maids, nannies, and private tutors, expensive birthday parties, and exotic vacations. Mirabel's parents, Chief Odogu and Lolo Victoria, struggled to balance their demanding career with parenting. So because of that, they greatly relied on material things to show their affection. James and Williams, despite their love for Mirabel, grew increasingly concerned about their sister's upbringing. Mirabel was growing into a lazy, rude, proud, mannerless, and annoying spoiled brat. They tried to instill values of humility and hard work, but their efforts were often overshadowed by their parents' desire to shield Mirabel from any form of discomfort or disappointment. As Mirabel entered adolescence, her bad behavior increased. She became used to having her desires and things always going her way. Every nanny and maid brought to take care of her leaves the next month because of her rude and mannerless behavior. Though from a rich home, she was hated by everyone who came close to her. She was only loved by her parents and brothers. Mirabel's bad behavior made her not to keep any friends around. She would always insult everyone and tell them how poor they are. Her brothers were always trying to warn her about her behavior, but their warnings about responsibility and consequences fell on deaf ears, and their parents would always take Mirabel's side. During Mirabel's 16th birthday party, that day was the happiest day of her teenage life because she will have the opportunity to show off her family wealth and perfect teenage life. Lot of girls were invited for the party. Her father's business partners, her classmates, a lot of influential people in the society. So many people were present at the party. As the party was going on, a maid that was serving drink mistakenly poured drink on Mirabel's expensive gown. Mirabel gave her a dirty slap and asked her to clean the drink with her tongue. The maid and the nannies around begged Mirabel, but she insisted. One of the nanny ran and called the family. They came and tried to calm her down, and she told her father to sack the maid or she would leave the family house. The maid begged her and told her the job was her family's only source of income, but Mirabel insisted. Chief Odogu had no choice but to fire the maid. A year later, Mirabel got admission into the university and started school. She went to school as a big girl with a car and bodyguards. Her dad paid a lot of money for a particular hostel because Mirabel wanted that hostel and demanded that only her would stay there. A lot of persons became homeless for a while because of her action. So it made a lot of people hate her without her knowing them. Everyone who knew Mirabel in school avoided her and always let her have her way because they are scared of what will happen to them if they decide to make trouble with her. Mirabel family was a very popular and powerful one, and she is always working with her two bodyguards. That alone made everyone stay away from her, including her lecturers. But there was this coursemate who was not scared of Mirabel. His name was Nkem. He was a new student and was very intelligent and good looking. He was a poor boy just doing his best to come out with a flying color. Nkem is the only child of his parents. His father died when he was 6 years old, and his mother raised him all alone. When Nkem was transferred from a public university to this very expensive private school on scholarship, all the girls in the department wanted to be his friend because Nkem was very good looking. Mirabel was one of the girls that wanted him. She found herself attracted to Nkem and wanted a relationship with him. At first, she wanted to use her power and get him, but she realized that Nkem is not that kind of person. He does not care about her or anything she was offering, and he was not scared of her in any way. He rejected her openly, not caring the consequences. Mirabel didn't like that but couldn't do anything because our baby girl is in love. The gifts and niceness towards Nkem did not change how Nkem saw her. Nkem hated Mirabel for a lot of reasons. One is she was a bully and was never nice to anyone. Rather, she made them sad. He was the only one she was trying to be nice to, and she was still doing it with a lot of pride and rudeness in her. She talked to him anyhow and insult him when things is not going her way. He tried to correct her about it, but Mirabel never saw anything wrong with what she is doing. Mirabel's life changed when she lost her parents and brother in a car accident a year later. After their burial, her uncles took everything from her and drove her out of the mansion. She couldn't run to anyone because she was not nice to anyone. Her bodyguards left her because she can't beat them anymore. Mirabel had to use the little money she have and got herself a little apartment where she stays. Her life changed. No more maid, no more nanny. She started taking care of herself and started doing everything all by herself. In school, she was bullied by everyone. No one wanted to be her friend, and they talked to her anyhow and treated her the way she treated them. For the first time, Mirabel saw how bad her character was and how much she has hurt people and made them feel less of themselves. She cried but couldn't do anything. Every day in school was a constant bullying. One day she was saved by Nkem. Nkem saved her from the bullies and continued saving her every single day. Because the girls and everyone in school loved Nkem, they left Mirabel. Nkem and Mirabel became friends, and Nkem started teaching Mirabel the way of life and how to become a better person. Mirabel decided to learn and change and turn a new leaf. Few months later, Nkem took Mirabel to his house to introduce her to his mom as his new girlfriend. The mother of Nkem was the same maid Mirabel insulted and told her father to sack. Mirabel felt really bad and cried and asked for mercy. Nkem's mother was a good woman. She forgave her. Nkem's mother accepted Mirabel into the family and started teaching her the things that she never knew. And together they became a happy family. Mirabel has not really changed totally, but she's still in the journey of changing.